When you're a parent and when you're a handgun owner, you've got to make sure that you secure your weapons, 24/7. It's not a matter of, oh, I just forgot today. You really have to make sure you secure your weapons all the time.
Late yesterday, the child, who was nearly 4, got into his parents' bedroom, found the loaded gun, and shot himself in the mouth. Now, the dad did have a permit for that gun, say investigators, but it's likely he'll lose that permit. Also, there is a possibility that he'll be charged with neglect. It will be up to the prosecutor to decide. Family and friends say that he is a good dad. There's a good mom. They're loving and careful parents. But investigators say it only takes a moment to make a tragic mistake. It is fortunate this little boy is expected to be okay. There were 2 other siblings, young siblings, 5 and 6 years old. Child Protective Services is in on this case. Those kids have been taken out of the home for now.
Investigators say 3 brothers were home alone in this apartment complex Tuesday afternoon when the accident happened. Their grandfather says the youngest children got a hold of a semi-automatic gun that had been locked away. Family members say the boy's mother had the weapon for protection. Investigators haven't said if the gun was locked away before the shooting, but they did remove a safe from the apartment.
Right now, at 10, late-breaking developments. A 6-year-old boy finds a gun and shoots himself. Now, this happened just a few hours ago at a house near Southeast 29th Street and Vicky Drive. Police tell us the boy was watching TV in his parents' bedroom. He found a gun and, while playing with it, accidentally shot himself in the finger. Now, police say his parents could face charges because guns should always be locked up and kept out of harm's way.
Police say the 2 boys were home after school and alone at the time. They say the 14 and 11-year-olds were playing with a handgun when it went off, and the younger stepbrother was shot and killed.
The Clark County Sheriff's Department has fired a deputy after an investigation into the accidental shooting death of his 3-year-old son. Detective Ed Owens' son had been playing with his father's personal gun. It happened last September. That's when he shot himself. And investigators say Owens tried to blame his 11-year-old stepdaughter and coerced her into a fake confession of opening the safe for the toddler. But investigators say Owens knowingly kept that gun in a faulty safety box. Owens has been on paid leave for nearly a full year.
The child was being pushed in a buggy by her grandmother. We've been told her grandmother, that grandmother had a weapon in her purse.
The little girl apparently grabbed the gun from the purse when her grandmother was distracted and shot herself in the chest. Authorities say the 47-year-old grandmother is a South Carolina magistrate and has a permit to carry a concealed weapon.
It was an accident that no one saw coming. I'm really surprised. 4-year-old Michaela Boer was shot by her 5-year-old brother. Officers say the 5-year-old pulled a chair up to a 6-foot-tall bookcase. The gun was on top of the bookcase with 1 bullet in the chamber. The father, 24-year-old James Boer, and the children's 15-year-old stepsister and an aunt were at home at the time, but they were in another room.
Police are calling this an accidental shooting. They say 14-year-old Roman Lopez and another teen were playing with a gun when it went off, killing Lopez and sending those who knew him into shock.
This is 5-year-old Gavin Thompson, who shot himself in the head with his father's service gun in November.
You're to keep your firearms in a safe location. You're to keep them secured from ammunition. And if you have children in that house, you keep those things under lock and key.
You be the judge. The DA says Gavin went into a bedroom closet where Thompson hid candy and Christmas presents. But also in the closet, 2 handguns, an assault rifle, and 700 rounds of ammunition. The guns were on a shelf, and the 5-year-old used a chair to reach a gun.
Thompson is charged with involuntary manslaughter and 5 counts of recklessly endangering the welfare of children.
A local toddler playing with a gun shoots himself in the foot.
This is Atlee Carricker, back when he was still in diapers. Now he's 2.5 years old.
Well, Atlee's grandfather tells us the little boy has a small hole in his foot where the bullet went through.
Cunningham says Atlee's parents keep the gun in a small box on a bedside table. They keep it loaded because their home in southwest Oklahoma City has been burglarized before. Atlee got into the box and pulled the trigger. His grandfather says luckily the gun was facing the little boy's feet.